right, a very good morning to you all Nigerians. This is Masses Assembly, the voice of the people, the ruler of the streets, the heartbeat of a nation that refuses to be silent. We all know that there is a saying that said, when the talking drum speaks, the people must answer. Well, our drum is beating and it's calling every Nigerians from Lagos traffic to Sokoto farmland to rise, speak, and be heard. Here we strip away political grammars, break down the big issues, food prices, road, school, electricity, until every voice understands the power it holds, because alone we are whispers, together we are thunder. The lines will be open to argue, to question, to demand change, because when the people lead, the leaders must follow. This is Masses Assembly, and I am your host, Bidemi Moses, your senator in the People's Red Chamber of Nigeria. So let's get to work. This morning we have a lot of things to do, but to start with, we will be connecting with one of our senior comrades to tell us more about International Youth Day. All right, welcome back from that short time out. This is still Masses Assembly on GOTS 104.9 FM. Like I rightly said, we will be joined by one of our big wigs in the youth wing of Nigeria. I used to call him Honorable Muktar Akoshile. Will be joining us virtually this morning to talk about International Youth Day. Today is the 12th day of August 2025, and as we've known, today is International Youth Day. Good morning, sir. Good morning. It's a pleasure having you on Masses Assembly this morning. Very well, thank you. We are doing fine. We are doing very, very well. All right. Can you please introduce yourself in full for our dear audience to know who we are talking to this morning?
Comrade Muktar Akoshile is my name. I'm the Vice President for the Apex Youth Body in Nigeria, the National Youth Council of Nigeria. I am also the West Africa Coordinator for Afro-Arab Youth Council, headquartered in Uganda. I think it's okay for now.
Yes, that is okay for now. Thank you so much. All right. Today is to the 12th day of August, and this was first designated by the United Nations in 1999. And today there are lots of conferences, policy dialogue, and many of it focuses on youth empowerment, community service projects, and media campaigns. But I want to ask, do you believe Nigeria youth are truly being given a seat at the table in policy making, or are they just being used for political optics?
Well, thank you for having me, and thank you for the engagement. Let me once again say to my young people outside there that happy International Youth Day. International Youth Day is a day that the United Nations has set aside for young people like you and I to bring together issues of policy trust, issues that we can both decide that we can now make sure they institutionalize it and to better the future of our country. Issue of allowing the young people into a seat of governance in our country. You know, Nigeria is a developing country when it comes to youth development. In fact, for the first time, you could also agree with me. We used to have Minister for Youth and Sport, but now we have a Minister for Youth Development on its own. So issue of youth development, it's a developing, emerging issues that Nigeria is just trying to get its foot into. We are here in Luanda and Angola, where we see our other colleagues from all other Africa countries. Everybody is exhibiting what their country are trying to do. Although it doesn't also matter, it doesn't also say, it suffices to say that our government are not doing enough. They are trying to also, I mean, give some kind of focus to youth activities in our country. But in terms of governance, it is this government that is now trying to place us to where we ought to have been. For instance, there is a 35% affirmative action on youth development and youth inclusion in governance, and I'm not sure we are there yet, but we are trying to be. Just yesterday, I read through the news that a young lady, Risola Abiola, and a young guy, Kaoji, have been appointed as Director General and SA, respectively. They are young people below 40, and it's part of the affirmative action. So when you talk about is our country putting us on the front burner in governance, it is about 40-something% because we are not there yet, because there are so many young people outside there that are professionals in the tech, in the creative industry, in the entrepreneurship industry. Now their intelligence has not been annexed enough, and this intelligence are just wasting. And if we can annex those, I mean, intelligence, Nigeria can be greater, can become a greater country for everyone.
All right, thank you so much, Comrade. Now let us move on. How can young people move from social media activism to real life impact in their communities?
Well, you know, social media, that's another vast topic, because this is something, it is a menace and it's also an opportunity that it's currently ravaging the system. Social media activism is, in fact, government itself, in when we speak about the context of Nigeria, also trying to make sure that they disabuse the mind of people from a real-time politics into the social media activism, because they bring issues deliberately, they create problems deliberately, they create advantages deliberately to the social media, and divert the the minds of young people towards that. But when you talk about, when answering your question, it is a deliberate attempt. It's supposed to be a deliberate attempt for young people to sit down and say, we are supposed to take over. It is no more issues of sitting down, speaking to your governor on TikTok, speaking to your senator on the Facebook, speaking to your governor on the X and the rest. You are supposed to engage. How do you engage? Bring up a seminar to your locality. We have 777 local governments in Nigeria, 36 states plus FCT. Organize program not only in Abuja but on in your own local governments. Bring up the young people there. Some of them have never even attended program. Some of them does not even know how a seminar looks like. Some of them have not sit down in a coordinated environment where discussion will be held, where issue of policy will be discussed. You know, they just see it on the social media. They just read it on the groups. So I mean, one of the things we can do to divert the interest of people from social media activism, from social media politics, is to try and bring up programs. Now, our youth can, although we are trying to do it, because in National Youth Council of Nigeria, we have coordinators in all the local government. We have state chapter chairmen. And one of the things we tell them to do is to create advantages for the people. I think Lagos State is taking the lead in doing that already, because we need to make sure that impact are being felt down into the local government, and that's the best way to go.
All right, thank you so much. And finally, before I allow you go, if you had the attention of Nigerian leaders for 60 seconds, that is 1 minute, what is one change you would demand for the youth of Nigeria?
Well, what I will demand is for the fact that our political elite should not be seeing young people as meaningless people. They should see us as a gold that if they mine properly, it can be sold and get a very huge advantage from. I have a lot of reservations why I said that. Even in international contests, in international events, our government don't take us serious. For instance, now many of the young people that came to celebrate International Youth Day in Angola came here on self-sponsored. How will he
Self-sponsored.
have been? Yes, how will he have been too good to say there's no official delegation to this year International Day from the federal government of Nigeria?
All
There's
right.
none. And now, if issues are being discussed, how do you want, although we have an allegiance to uphold the sanctity and the integrity of our country, to still speak good about our country because patriotism is the leading key.
Yes.
But down there, we should tell ourselves the truth. It is not until when you now been celebrated outside, you now come, $100,000 may be given, prizes will be given. But how do you prepare people to go and be encouraged to, participate? So these are one of the key things. Let government pump more money into youth development. Let them be concentrated attempts, concerted efforts to develop youth in this country. Because I mean, the older people are going. We are planting seeds, and these seeds, when they germinate, I bet you it is for the interest of everyone, not for a personal interest. When
Interest.
I come here, I speak about Nigeria. I do not speak about my family house. I do not speak about my village. When you introduce me, when you say I should introduce myself properly, after telling you my name, I told you I am this. So what we are carrying is Nigeria. Today is a cultural night where each country will exhibit length of their country, the unity, the creativity of their country. We are bringing Nigeria to the front line, but Nigeria should also be patriotic within them to their citizens.
All right. Thank you so much, Comrade Akoshile. It's a pleasure having you on Masses Assembly this morning.
It's my pleasure. My regards to everyone over there.
All right. And also help us give regards to other comrades over there. The national president, I can see is with you over there also.
Yes, and I would meet the essay to the Imo State Governor on Youth, who is the chairman of forums of special assistance to all state governors in Nigeria.
Yeah, that's great.
We also have them there and some few other prominent youth, young Nigerian leaders.
All right. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure having you on the show this morning.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. And that is the voice of Comrade Muktar Akoshile. And he has given us detailed information concerning the International Youth Day.